This is the Setter School Excel Space link up.
Cyprus 2025 retreat.
Yes. And the thing we wanted to do here was answer your guys' most common asked questions that I've seen in my comments, that I've seen in my Instagram DMs, and essentially just guide you guys, because I know a lot of you guys don't truly understand what it is I do, what Josh does, and how we were even able to get to this position. So yeah, we're going to answer your guys' question.
Okay, cool.
But Josh, give the guys a little bit of an intro of who you are first, bro.
Cool. I'm Josh. I'm 20 years old, which is mad to say. This motherfucker just turned 20 today as well.
Yeah, bro. Punk status.
Only started high ticket sales a year ago. You started
10 months ago.
10 months ago. Yeah, I'm currently traveling all over the world. I'm an appointment setting coach. I've got 9 of my students out here in Cyprus with us, living in the villas. Villas, by the way, plural, because we have 2 villas.
Yeah, bro. You have to let them know.
So yeah, 100%. Appointment setting coach. I've coached well over 250 guys in appointment setting, allowing them all to have the same vehicle to get freedom financially, location freedom, time freedom. Yeah, that's the intro of myself.
Shit. Great, man. And boys, when it comes to me, train people when it comes to high ticket closing. And then I'm a sales manager. So essentially what I do is I just run sales teams, and I also train 9-to-5ers and also setters and help them get into the sales space through high ticket closing. And like Josh, traveling around the world now, being 10 months, but you truly can get to where you want to get to if you put your mind to it. Okay? Not necessarily really a question, but one thing I've realized from a lot of people I speak to when it comes to setting, when it comes to closing, is this idea of a fear of risk. And believing that there is a real risk tied down to obviously entering the sales space, paying for some sort of mentorship to understand what it is when it comes to high ticket closing and learning the high value skill. And my biggest thing to tell you guys what to look at it as is like, it isn't a risk. It's not like flipping a coin. When you flip a coin, there's obviously a fixed probability that you can get heads or you can get tails. There's obviously risk there if you said that, okay, I'm going to make money if I get heads and I'm going to lose money if I get tails. Thing you need to realize, right, is going into something like high ticket closing or high ticket setting, right? Main thing here, which is different to flipping a coin, is you are the one that runs the odds. Because at the end of the day, people, listen, it's about how much work you put in. It's not about the vehicle. Think about it. The vehicle is proven. The vehicle works.
Everyone has the same vehicle. Everyone has the Ferrari, bro. You have the matte black McLaren, bro.
Yes, bro.
You literally have the matte black. Everyone has the Ferrari. It's already on the track for everyone. But whose responsibility is it to drive the Ferrari? Like, you drove the fucking matte black McLaren, didn't you?
Yes, bro.
That's how you
In my head, bro, we literally are driving that McLaren. And guys, like, you are so scared of risk, right? And I'm not going to be one of those guys that are like, oh, you know, eat the risk, eat the fear. Push through this fear, push through this risk, because you don't need to push through any risk. You don't need to push through any fear. What you need to understand, right, is that with this vehicle, like high ticket setting, with high ticket closing, that you believe is such a risk, there are winners, there are losers. Me and Josh are not disputing that there are losers, but there is one big differentiator between the winners and the people that lose. And that's how they show up every single day, putting in the work, making sure they're committed, and putting in the inputs, right? And if you can reflect the characteristics of the winners and make that promise to yourself that you will just show up every day and you will just do the work, do you not see how success is inevitable? So why do you call it a risk? The only reason you're calling it a risk is, to some extent, you don't truly believe you're going to stay committed every single day. But the only reason you don't truly believe you're going to stay committed every single day is because you still don't know your why. Find your why, and you will do every single thing you promise yourself every day. Because I know if I put a gun to your head and told you to do those things, you would do that.
Literally, like you said, if someone put a gun to your head today and told you to run 10K every single day for the rest of the month, you would do it, because you have a fucking gun to your head. But when he says like your why, like, we don't just mean like a surface level why, like really, really open up to yourself, like really go deep into your why. Like, why are you doing this? Why are you here? I can guarantee, like, a lot of people will say, okay, cool, my why is 5-10. A lot of people put 5-10K months on a pedestal, bro. I mean, I know I did when I started as well.
Everyone does. It's like the most inevitable.
Yeah, of course. But it's like, okay, cool. If your why is like, I want to make 5K, why do you want to make 5K a month?
Our brain doesn't know what 5K is. It only understands the emotions and the images assigned to the 5K a month. A lot of you guys just operate from this idea of 5K a month, 5K a month, 5K a month, but you don't even understand why you even want it. You don't even understand what it's going to bring you, the emotions it's going to give you. So it's like you need to understand your why, but you also need to become emotionally attached to your why because you have never lived it, people. So you need to replay it in your head consistently to become emotionally attached to it and operate from that identity to take actions aligned to that frequency and see those results, man. So it truly is inevitable. Just find that why. Solid.
There's literally so many testimonials. Everyone has the same vehicle, bro. But it's like there's 9 guys in here that have drove the fucking vehicle, that has taken action every single day. And literally like you say, bro,
characteristics of the winners.
there's people inside Sales Space, there's people inside Setter School that haven't got anywhere because they haven't even showed up once for them. Bro, I can name a few people in Setter School that hasn't showed up once for themselves.
Are we holding corn on?
But it's like, yeah, there's one common denominator between them people.
And it's just the showing up, bro.
It's you.
It's literally inevitable. I don't know how you guys don't understand.
The only risk is you coming in, not showing up. You not doing nothing. You literally like coming in and vanishing off the face of the earth tomorrow.
The thing is, right, we say this, but I feel like they think to some extent that sounds too good to be true. Showing up every single day just means you get success. Okay, but to you who thinks it's too good to be true, what else do you think there is to it? Ask yourself that question because you'll realize it actually just does come down to doing the work. And if you are not willing to do the work, of course you won't get the results. But if you focus on these inputs every single day and just focus on becoming the man that deserves what it is that you want, you will attract it inevitably. Because with the push you give into the universe will give that back to you in what you deserve. So guys, it's so important. It's literally the most paramount thing to just focus on your inputs. Understand that as long as you reflect the characteristics of the winners and truly embody their identity, success is inevitable because you will take the aligned actions and you will see the results. You can see here, Josh literally has 9 of his students that he has taken to these 2 villas. But the one common thing I've noticed through all of them is these guys wake up early, they do the work, they show up.
We jump in the motherfucking sea at 6 a.m. every morning.
Every single morning.
Even such a small thing like that, bro. Such a small thing. That is such a reflection of your characteristics, bro.
Bro, doing the hard things are so important because what it does is it calluses your mind. You guys need to understand that in business, in life, you are going to come across literal boulders, walls that you need to climb over. And if you become used to the hard things, if you start to root in your identity that you like hard things and you can use stuff like going into the ocean every morning when it's freezing cold as proof to this, I promise you the hard things now look so easy because you associate the hard things with things you already do so well and so easily and so consistently. The hard things now become so easy. And it's like when you push through those hard things with speed as well, speed is key. When you push through those hard things with speed, bro, that's how you truly become successful, man, and unlock financial freedom.
When we was cooking on that call last week, and you was like, "I'll see you on the weekend, bro." What was the voice note I sent you, bro?
Bro got me straight there, telling me we are doing work. We are doing work.
So, bro, we need to call today. And then you come back with, bro, we need to call every day. So we got each other, bro. We got each other.
That's it, bro. That's it, man.
But that's how we got to where we are today, bro. Them small things.
It's literally speed. It's those small, I don't even know how to say it. It's just like small decisions you make in split seconds with speed are what get you to these points. And it's like, yeah, man, just be speedy. Trust yourself. To those people that lack self-belief, what would you say, bro?
I feel like it comes down to what we were saying earlier. Like, why do you lack self-belief? And it comes down to like what you have learned, bro. What you have learned throughout your life. The bullshit that you've taken in from other people, the conversations that you've put yourself in, the rooms and the people that you've listened to. Like, bro, literally, me and Ron was having this conversation in the other villa, right? He's 5 months into Setter School. He's completely changed the trajectory of his life, mindset, this, that, and the other. He went home last week. He was sat around 2 of his old mates and he was having a conversation and they was all laughing, but he was looking at them like, what the fuck are you going on about? Because they was literally laughing at limiting beliefs. They was literally limiting each other, bro. But it's like, I literally said to him, I can guarantee you a year ago, you was also involved in that conversation. You was present in that conversation. You was laughing and it, in fact, pushing that conversation further. But now you're in a position now where you've learned all of this shit. You've unlearned the bullshit that you've learned over the past few years. Now you're looking at them like, what the fuck am I listening to?
It's so true, bro, because like you understand that you have seen progression in your life once the uncomfortable becomes comfortable and the comfortable becomes uncomfortable. And exactly with Ron, right? He's having conversations with people that he doesn't want to have conversations with. What used to be comfortable is now uncomfortable. And that's what you guys need to aim for. Aim for making the comfortable uncomfortable and the uncomfortable comfortable. When you see this happening in your life and you're truly doing things that you used to think were so hard, now it literally just flows. You wake up and it's like, you just do it. I was telling Josh this later. My skin's literally become immune to the cold water now because our villa doesn't have hot water for some reason for the past 2 days. We've got a cold ass pool and the ocean is
And we're jumping in the
fucking
ocean
cold.
every morning.
And we've literally become immune to cold water. Like we jump in, we don't even have to catch our breath. It's just like straight Superman.
Bro, it's actually like, I like to call it the discipline muscle, bro. Because it's like, okay, cool. Say, for instance, you go to the gym every single day for the next 3 months. Is it inevitable that you're going to have bigger muscles, bro, to some certain extent?
Of course.
Of course you are. So it's the same thing, bro. Like I say this to everyone in SETA school. If you get in a very cold shower every single day for 10 seconds and the next day 20 seconds and the next day 30 seconds, bro, you're not building a muscle, but you're building a discipline muscle because your body is getting used to it. You're getting immune to it. And like, say, for instance, 3 months later, you can do 5 minutes or, bro, maybe even jumping in fucking freezing cold lakes. It's a discipline muscle,
But
bro.
it's very true, bro. It's extremely true. It's like, fuck.
Oh, what?
No.
Has it died? The light died. The light died on us, so we've had to change. But we've got a cigar and we're going to carry on.
What you guys need to understand is our brain loves proof. And the more you do the things you tell yourself you want to do, it's like an exponential curve, positively, because it reinforces any identity you believe about yourself. So it's like every time you jump into the water, or every time you show up to the gym, right? You prove to yourself that you are the guy who loves doing hard things. You are the guy that loves himself. You are the guy who is a G. And it's through reinforcing this identity, you reinforce the actions, and the actions become easier, and the results become easier to obtain. So it is so important to make sure you keep to your promise, because keeping to your promise is the main way to build back your confidence. If you've had a lack of confidence, I promise you, the best way to build back any confidence and unlearn any bullshit around yourself is by keeping to your promises. Because every single time you do the things you promise yourself, you reinforce positive connotations to your own identity, that you are disciplined, that you do show up. And through doing this, the actions become easier and the results become easier to obtain.
What was it that you wanted to speak about? You said it a second ago.
Yeah, man, like me and Josh had a call today, and I was basically telling people that like the images you replay in your head are so important, because
That was it.
you guys right now, right, the position you're in, watching this video, a year ago from now, 6 months ago from now, the position you're in right now was the images you replayed in your head. And the thing is, and the best way I like to explain it is like our brain doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. You've had those dreams that felt really real, right, when you woken up. That's literally because our brain doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. So the images you replay in your head, you will always take aligned actions from it because your brain believes that's real. Your brain believes that's the identity you operate from.
And that's how you perceive things, and that's how you see things. Literally, like you said, bro, your eyes are a projector to what you've been imagining
Conditioned
and telling
believe is
yourself in your
right?
head. Yeah, bro.
And whatever you imagine. And it's like, through doing that, you will act a certain way and you'll see certain results. And the results you see are the images you replay in your head. Because at the end of the day, the amount of potential you tap into is only so much you believe you can tap into. And the potential you tap into are the images you replay in your head. The only reason you don't replay bigger images is because of the limiting beliefs you've bought into from people you don't want to be financially. It's like going to the gym and listening to a fat person. So why are you listening to people that aren't in the financial position you want to be in? Doesn't make any sense, right? Unlearn these beliefs. Think bigger. And by thinking bigger, you'll replay bigger images, driving that Ferrari, driving that McLaren, living wherever it is you may want to be. And you'll take aligned actions from that identity and see aligned results. It's literally the biggest life hack, manifesting. But it's like not weird crystal shit manifestation. It's literally just using your mind as a tool. Think about those footballers. Those footballers that play for Bayern Munich, Arsenal, whatever the team may be, right? I don't even know why I said Bayern Munich. Yeah. Those footballers, right? They did it themselves without even knowing they were doing it. They used to replay themselves, their name being shouted in the crowd, themselves touching the grass, themselves playing on the screens, But it's through replaying those images. Remember, the amount of potential you tap into is so much you believe you can. They believed they could tap into that potential, right? So they took the aligned action and saw the aligned results. That's why they're professional right now.
And I feel like it also links to one of the common hesitations with people
Get a
coming
little
into, I know for a fact, Seta School, one of the main hesitations that people buy into before joining Seta School, and I've literally heard the same thing over and over again from students, is fear of failure. And I'm sure it's with you and a lot of people as well. And it actually links into that because a lot of people perceive the failure. A lot of people buy into and believe that failure. And they've allowed themselves to have that fear of failure, bro. Because that's how they perceive things, because that's how they're imagining things in their heads. And that's what their eyes are showing them because of that
every
belief.
time they accept this idea of this fear of failure, what they replay in their head is themselves failing. Does the 2.0 version of yourself, who is a winner, ever think about himself failing? No, he doesn't. So through you replaying this idea of you failing, what are you telling yourself about yourself? That you fail. What actions will you take? Actions from the identity of a failure, and you'll see results from the identity of a failure. So what you replay in your head, what you tell yourself about yourself, is so fucking important when it comes to the progression that you see in your life.
The worst thing to do is live a life never trying because you were too afraid to fail.
Can you imagine?
Bro, how sick of a quote is that, bro? How sick of a quote is that, bro?
Can you imagine being 90 years old on your deathbed, being with your kids, your wife, everyone's just around you, and you're just deeping to yourself like,
I never
could have
tried.
been a far greater person, but I was a fucking pussy.
Yeah. Literally, bro.
Money comes and goes, but does experiences?
That's the best way to say it, bro. You're literally a pussy.
Bro, money comes and goes, but do experience, do opportunities, but you still let them fall through your hands every single day. And it just comes from you not loving yourself, man. The version of yourself who loves himself, who truly believes he's going to be making 100K a month, be scared to invest in himself now? No, because he truly understands he's going to be making that money. So like, people, you really need to have a word with yourself and think to yourself, that is avoiding the risk. The risk, by the way, really worth it?
Like, as I used to hear this all the time when I was in my 9 to 5, and I'd always think it was bullshit because that's what I believed in, that's what I bought into, and that's what I listened to and learned. And I used to see people say it all the time online. And it's so true, bro. Now I'm in this position today and I can actually live it and tell the story as well. You have one life and you can, like, as egotistical as this sounds to people that have bought into the bullshit, you can actually do anything with your life. Wherever you want to be.
If we wanted to be billionaires, we could.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Bro,
obviously, that's
wherever you want to be in life, you can put yourself in that position.
That's not my why personally, but if my why was to get to a point where I'm a billionaire, I could do that. Inevitably.
Yeah. Bro, it's like you actually can do anything with your life, bro.
Because everyone thinks that it's like, for some reason, everyone has this misconception that to get a billionaire, oh my God, it's all about doing. No, it's about being. If you can become them in your mindset and in your own identity, of course, bro, you'll become a billionaire. It's just that you bought into some fucking bullshit, bro. You know, another thing I want to say about fear of failure is that, guys, you need to understand that our minds are like goal-seeking mechanisms, bro. Like, whatever you put your mind to, that's what it will look for. Like, if I told you guys now to look for everything in this video that's red, you can probably list a couple things, right? But if I told you to list the stuff that were green now, you wouldn't have a list of stuff that were green and red, because I told you to look for stuff that were red. So the thing you guys need to understand is when you're telling yourself that stuff's a fear, when things are a risk, all you're telling yourself to look for is reasons to not take action. And by doing that, you never take action. But is it more beneficial to look for reasons to start or to look for reasons not to start? Obviously to start. So it's like, guys, you really need to look at the way you're thinking and ask yourself, is the way I'm thinking right now beneficial to me? If it's not beneficial to you,
You need to change the way you're thinking, bro.
trust. And like,
Okay, cool. So I feel as though a lot of people will be watching this and asking this question. How do I change the way I'm thinking?
best way to change the way you think is by understanding how the way you are thinking right now has directly impacted your life. And I hope you guys have understood right now how it has, right? Because I know a lot of you right now believe money is hard. Something you've bought into, but who told you to believe that? You know, you need to actually start questioning beliefs you hold and seeing if they come from a place of good or bad. If they were bought into from someone I want to be or don't want to be. And you'll realize a lot of the beliefs you hold right now are from people you don't even want to be. And these are the guys that are controlling the way you act, because you guys need to understand the law of assumption. Even though things may not be true in fact, if you believe they are going to be true or they are true, those are the rules you operate from. So it's like you guys need to truly start questioning the beliefs you hold and carry and see if they do help you in the pursuit to where you're trying to become.
Bro, I actually have a perfect example of a life story that happened to me, literally linking to what you were saying, right? Literally a year ago when I was doing van delivery driving, I'm like, used to tell people about my dreams, bro. I would tell them I want to travel the world, I want to do this, that, and the other, right? And I remember, bro, that I was working the same job, van delivery driving job, as a 38-year-old man or whatever his age was, bro. We was on the same wage, doing the same job. However, he was miserable, right? And I was speaking to him because he was like my driver's mate, basically. We was delivering together in a van. And I was speaking to him about it because I was asking him, like, what are your ambitions? What do you want to do in life? And I told him mine, and he was like, bro, I'm 19 years older than you. Look at me. I'm still in the same job. Like, you're living in bro, he literally said to me, you're living in fantasy world. You're living in fantasy world. I mean, first of all, if he's watching, which he won't be, but like, look at me now, bitch. But anyways,
Big shout out to him, though.
But it's like, genuinely, why would you take advice of someone that's making 20K a year rather than take advice from someone that's making 20K a month? Or making 20K a week.
Like,
bro.
you choose
Do you
to
know what I
listen.
mean?
Like, these guys actively, out of their own will, choose to listen to the van delivery driver over us. Why?
Because it's the bullshit that you've it's the bullshit that you've learned,
Do you
bro.
think it comes from a place of them thinking we're capping?
Maybe.
Or do they tell themselves that we're capping to make themselves feel better about themselves?
100%. It's down to comfortability, bro. Because it's like, you're limiting yourself by saying that. Bro, I literally told myself the same thing. I'd watch these videos that I am now making, I used to watch these same videos and tell myself that these guys are chatting shit.
So what made
But
you
it's
take
like,
action then?
my why was big enough, bro. It got to a point where I was like,
Fuck it, like I actually do.
no, but it got to a point where I was like, I need to get out of this, bro. Like, it wasn't a want, it was a need. Like, I need to get out of this,
Bro, people are willing to settle for that, you know?
That's down to them, bro. We can't all be rich. as guru as that sounds, someone's got to do my Tesco shopping when I'm in the UK, bro. Nah, that's so fucking. Bro, we're actually gurus.
I think that video is sick, bro.
Yeah, bro, 100%.
Calm.
100%. Go on. Let's celebrate. By the way, we're filming this on Daniel's birthday, by the way. This is how dedicated this man is. And he's going to sit here, smoke his like second or third cigar that he's ever had, and celebrate his 20th birthday on this YouTube video.
Boys, I'll be honest with you, because you know I keep it real. I'm getting used to them. But what I will say, this with some Rick Ross, that's the life.
Johnny Walker.
Johnny
Walker and cigar, bro, genuinely. See, you didn't believe that you like cigars, and now you believe that you like
now
cigars.
that's what
You've unlearned the bullshit that you've told yourself.
I've unlearned it, bro. People are telling me to inhale. Now I don't inhale. We don't be smoking that weird shit anymore. But yeah, man.
Bro.
Sick video.
Happy birthday, G.
Thank you, bro. And we've got our mastermind tomorrow, so guys.
Yes, that's going up tomorrow.
Ready
We both
for
got a
the
mastermind
YouTube.
coming up tomorrow. We're about to spit some sauce to these motherfuckers.
Bro.
And all 9 of my students is here. It's going to be fucking sick, man.
But yeah, man. See you guys later.
Whoosh!